What is going on, guys? Today is a great day. We are finally putting coilovers on my R32. I've had this car for over a year and a half, and for most of its life it's been on stock suspension, and recently I put it on lowering springs. I did the backs first unintentionally because I bought some off of a friend and he didn't tell me that they had lowering springs on it, and I only bought the rears. So I threw the rears on because mine were blown, and then everything was good for a little bit. Shortly after the install, I discovered that the rears were also blown. So then I was just driving around with the back of the car lower than the front, so it looked pretty dumb. A few months ago I got some for the front, so that helped level the car out, made it look pretty good. And that's when I discovered that my front shocks were also blown. So I've been driving around on lowering springs and blown shocks for a little bit now, and it is awful. Every bump is terrifying. Every dip, every speed bump, it just sucks. I don't like it. I'm not low enough to where I scrape on anything. I don't have a lip and I don't have side skirts, so I'm still pretty high off the ground, but I'll show you guys my wheel gap. So this is the wheel gap in the front. It's a little bit more than a finger. To me, it's perfect. I'm not a stancy boy, so I'm not trying to slam it, but you can see how far the bumper is off the ground, as well as where the side skirts would be. I do have side skirts. I haven't thrown them on. I still need to wrap them. And I haven't thrown them on because when that gets lowered and this is still the way it is, it looks really dumb. So I'm gonna figure out my whole front bumper situation. I'd love to get a GTR one, but you know, Skyline tax, people want so much money for these stupid parts. The back's the same way. It just looks like it's worse because the wheel's sucked in so much. I have a 25mm spacer that I'm going to throw on. I tried to throw it on when I first got it, but the lowering springs lowered the car too much, so when I would do that, my tire sidewall is so tall that I would rub on the actual fender, and I didn't want to do that, so I didn't throw it on. So I'm going to have to raise the back just a hair just so I can put the spacer on, fix the wheel gap, and not rub. And I haven't rolled my fenders. I don't know if I want to. I mean, I want to, but I don't know if I trust anyone to do it. I'd have to find someone who's pretty good at it. I like to get the fronts and the rears done, but I don't want them pulled. I just want this lip just folded in, because I still want the stock body line, but it's terrifying to me, so I haven't done it myself, and I haven't tried to get anyone to do it. But if you guys are new, this is my Skyline. She's just a basically stock car, especially on the exterior. I mean, we got the hood and the GTR wing, but other than that, the car's pretty stock. One thing I want to say that doesn't help with the ride height is this bottom part is black. The car is actually right there. In pictures, it looks like it ends here. But let's take a look at the coilovers real quick. So I got some Fortunato 500s. I just got the basic ones. I didn't do any of the upgrades. So here it is one of the fronts. I'm told that the preload on the spring is actually already set, so one thing I'm gonna do is just double check that this is tight. I'm sure it is, but it's always good to double check. But these look really clean. Like, I love how the springs, I believe, it looks like the springs have been powder coated. This top piece looks nice. There's a nice Fortunato right there. I had a pretty long wait because, you know, everything going on right now and the price of wood is stupid high, so one thing that people don't factor in is that parts like these get shipped in crates. Crates are made out of wood. Wood price skyrocketed, so now manufacturers have to pay more to ship their stuff. So it's just a whole mess. But yeah, let's get them all on and check them out. So this is everything that came in the box. I got the coils, obviously. We've got this, which is pretty cool. Certificate of assembly. Thanks, Raymond, for building my coilovers. And I got a serial number and everything. There's also another thing on the back. It's just like, thank you for ordering, like tag us in your post, stuff like that. They also sent me a lanyard, a hat, which thanks, I don't wear hats, but thank you, and a license plate frame. It's pretty cool. And I don't know what these are. I'm assuming they go around. I know that like for S chassis they have these, but they have a little bracket for the brake line. These don't have brackets, they're just like clamps. So not 100% sure. I might have to do a little dig and see what that is. The tools obviously to lock here with here, and some Allen wrenches and a sticker. So I was wrong about saying that these come preloaded. I looked on the Fortunato website. They're saying for McPherson strut, which these are not, that gets a 1/4 inch of preload, and for double wishbone, which I guess this technically is, that calls for an 1/8 inch. So to set the preload, we're going to measure the spring with it fully decompressed. So we're going to spin this ring until it's not pushing the spring at all. We'll measure the spring, and then we will take an 1/8 inch off, and that's going to be what we're going to spin this to and then measure again and make sure that we are an 1/8 inch shorter. And then that'll be preload done. Preload is only there to keep the spring from moving. It's not there to stiffen up the car. Don't put way too much. Just look at the coilovers you have, try to find the preload specs for your application and set it to that. Then don't mess with it. On this one I have 7 1/16 inch, so we're going to subtract an 1/8, and that's going to give us 6 15/16. So that's what we're going to tighten this up to. Measure the spring. Once it's set there, we will tighten this Allen and we are good to go. So we set the preload on this coilover, so this one's done. So now I'm gonna do the rest. You just take your measurement, take an 1/8 of an inch out, and tighten this up. Alright, preload is set. The rear springs were also 7 1/16 inch, so I just took an 1/8 off that as well, and now they are all set. Make sure you lock these down, and then now we are ready to go. So I'm not the greatest with coilovers. This is only the second set that I've ever had and ever installed, so adjusting the height might take a little bit longer. Now we can take the old shocks out of the car and throw these in. So here are the stock shocks. They're pretty dirty because at one point these were all blue, but you see this one is leaking, this one also leaking. Everything's just all bad with these, so I'm just gonna throw them away. I'm not even gonna try to resell them. No one deserves the shitty ride that these things offer. New versus old. I've got to adjust the height, get it what looks kind of right. If I put it the full length of here, we're gonna have a super big wheel gap. I don't really want that. I'm gonna adjust it a little bit more than this, and then throw it on and see how that looks. So I'm just getting the coilovers in, and one thing that's helping me a ton is this little bottle jack, because when there's no shock on this, it drops down a ton, and then you need to lift it up so much in order to get the coilover on. So having this jack here to lift it up, so I'm not trying to lift it up and put the coilover on, has helped so much. These come with little spacers, so you're gonna have to throw that on first. This guy right here. So I'm just working on getting the height dialed in for this side. I have the other side done, I just need to lock this in. Basically what I'm doing to adjust the height is putting everything together, putting the wheel on, lowering the car, checking the wheel gap, checking if we have any rubbing. If I don't like it, then I'll pop the bottom off and spin this guy either up or down and put it back on and then repeat. Once I get it where I like it, just gotta lock this down. So I'm actually gonna do that to the other side right now. But I got this side how I want it. The car's in the air, so we have a little bit of a gap. It's pretty close to what we had with the lowering springs. Once I get the other side done and we're not rubbing, I can pull this wheel off, tighten it, throw it back on, and the fronts will be done. So the fronts are done. I've got them locked in. I'm happy with the height, we're not rubbing. So now it's time to go to the backs. So we are gonna have to get to the strut tower, so we have to move this paneling out of the way. Fortunately, I gotta take my battery off to do that, so that kinda sucks, but we've gotta get to those 2 bolts up there. So I had an issue. I actually had to drill out the holes in the strut towers because this is a thicker stud than the stock one. And unfortunately that means I'm also going to have to drill these out if I want to retain this strut brace, which I do. Pretty cool. It's an EBA strut brace and it says Nissan Skyline. I don't know too much about it. I had the front one, but with the Cybon hood it didn't fit. The hood kept hitting the strut brace, so I took it off, sold it, but I do want to keep this one, so I'm going to drill these out. It's not the end of the world. Now we gotta drill that out so we can reuse it. Okay, we finally got the car back on all four wheels, torqued everything down. So now it's time to go for a ride, feel it out, adjust the dampening if we need to. Right now I haven't touched where it's set at from the factory, so let's go on and take a first spin. So I had to do some adjustments. The passenger side wheels, both of them needed to be raised. But now I'm driving around, the car feels really good. It's not bouncy, it's not squeaking, which the old suspension used to do, which is very embarrassing. There's still body roll. Like I said, I haven't adjusted the dampening just yet. I just wanted to get a feel for how they come out of the box. But so far, so good. Everything feels really good. So I am all done installing the coilovers. I am leaving them at the factory setting for dampening. Whatever they're at, I'm leaving them there. It feels really good. I don't feel like I need to mess with it. Maybe if I go through a canyon and I'm like, don't really like this, maybe want to stiffen it up a little bit, I will. Until then though, this is my daily, so I just street drive it. I don't really do anything too crazy with it. So I'm gonna leave it at that. If you guys want to get these coilovers or a different coilover brand, hit up this guy, SoCal Carbon. That's who I got my coilovers from. I've gotten a lot of parts from him in the past. Send him a message and tell him I sent you. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.